I love philodendrons. Hi, you're watching Patadendron, and in today's video, I'm showing you my top 10 favorite philodendrons. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, hi, welcome, I'm Patrick, and I love plants. And if you do too, you should definitely hit that subscribe button. I love going on these planty adventures and taking you along with, so if that sounds like something that could be fun for you, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button. In today's video, I'm showing you my top 10 favorite philodendrons, and philodendron just so happens to be my favorite genus, so I love these plants. So without further ado, let's get to Patadendron's top 10 philodendrons. Number 10 is this Philodendron Serpent. I've wanted a Philodendron Serpent for such a long time before I finally got one, and I got this in Florida when I went to Miami, so this plant is extra special. It is still a little small, but it's done some growing under my care. This is the Philodendron Serpent's chocolate, actually, and I love its super dark leaves. This is its newest leaf, and it comes out super pale, which is really pretty. I thought something was wrong with it at first, but then it kind of hardens off into this beautiful dark green, and I just love the hairy petioles. Number 9 is this Philodendron Penifolium, but these leaves are huge and it has kind of taken on a different shape. I don't know if this is normal or maybe this is just what it looks like when it's mature, and I've never seen one of those. I'm really excited, and I'm growing this to be a really large floor plant. So when I repot this, I'm going to repot this into a huge pot, give it a nice big stake or pole to climb, and have it be a really nice statement plant. For now, I'm growing it in that Mars Hydro grow tent because things in there just seem to love it. See, you know, it's putting out these aerial roots, and that really makes propagating super easy because they're already kind of rooted. I cut off all of my reverted Philodendron Florida Beauty leaves, and those are already rooting, and I cut that off like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So super easy. It really makes a huge difference with how my plants look. I'm loving these huge leaves. Number 8 is this Philodendron El Choco red. I just love the Philodendron El Choco. It's one of my favorite philodendrons out there. It's just so beautiful. I love this red backside and beautiful big velvety heart-shaped leaves. And this I got from Houseplant Nation. It was very generous and kind of them, and I had a lot of fun making that video about their caramel marble. I just saw recently on their story that they're selling the cuttings now, and it's pretty funny. I love this El Choco, and maybe one day I will get a caramel marble too, because I just fell in love with that plant. That was so beautiful. I'm getting sidetracked now. Number 7 is this Philodendron Gloriosum, and it is just so beautiful. This is its newest leaf. Isn't that just so pretty? I've had this for a long time. This is one of my first more exotic philodendrons that I purchased, and we've gone through quite a lot. I need to repot it actually because it's at the end of the pot, and I don't know what it's gonna look like now. I'm loving these beautiful velvety heart-shaped leaves. I'm hoping it can give me more than 2 leaves at one time. That would be great. So that will be a goal for 2022. But for now, I will just enjoy these big, beautiful, velvety, heart-shaped leaves as they come. And I don't know if it's the lighting, but there's a little bit of like a silver sheen in the veins. Never noticed that. Oh, maybe I should move this up a little further. Number 6 is my Philodendron 69686, and it's finally coming back. It's growing really fast. Last I heard, this was the newest leaf. No, last I checked, I thought this was the newest leaf, but I just noticed this coming out. So that's cool. I love this plant. This is one of the wishlist plants that I wanted a lot because I still want a Philodendron UPI, but I love this. This is my dupe for it, the Philodendron 69686. I kind of think it's cuter because it has these lobes, and I really enjoy that. But I still want my UPI. Number 5 is my Philodendron scormaferum, and it is so cool. I love these hairy petioles. It's like one of my favorite things on philodendrons, on any plant really. Like when I first saw a Phytonia's hairy stem, I was like, so cute. And this guy actually is like one of the, it's the only philodendron that doesn't live in the grow tent. And I appreciate that. I appreciate its chill nature. He just wants to sit back and watch TV, and that is fine with me. It put out this leaf, which is really cool. It's not as big as the other leaves, but that's okay. I'm not gonna put any pressure on this guy because he's doing just fine. Number 4 is this Philodendron Penifolium gladhandz. I got this from Plantitas in Long Beach, and I really need to go back there because they have a new location that I want to check out. But this is amazing. I just love its leaf shape. It's super cool. It's putting out these extra floral nectaries that I just touched, and my hands are sticky now. But this thing has done so much maturing since the winter. I mean, just the leaves alone are so much bigger. It's a really nice leaf shape to add to a collection. You know, it really adds some interest. And I really like how, like, leggy it looks. It's, you know, got really long petioles, and then the leaves itself are shaped in this way where it's got little thin dangly bits hanging over the place. Like it's a very interesting looking plant, and I really like that. So I'm excited for this to get nice and tall so that I can enjoy it outside of the grow tent. But you know, I'm just enjoying growing and making everything as beautiful as possible in that grow tent, because it's doing some things, and you'll start to see it in the next plant, number 3. So number 3 is this scrawny little guy. Well, it was scrawny, but look at this. So I had the hardest time just getting this thing to do any kind of maturing. It just fart jokes. No, anyways, it just kept giving me these little leaves, and I was like, when are you gonna grow up? So I tried something, and I moved this from my larger grow tent, which I call my Aroy tent, and I moved it to the smaller tent, which I call the Hoya tent. It's a little hotter, a little brighter, and my hunch was right. It put out this leaf, and I'm so excited. Look at that. I just love the orange stems that oh, did I even tell you what this was? This is my Philodendron Beatia, and I love, as I was saying, I love these orange stems. I think the orange stems with the green leaves just looks so cool and so tropical. And I'm really excited now that it's finally giving me some nice, mature leaves. So, can't wait for this to even get bigger. Number 2 is this Philodendron Jose Buono, and look, each leaf is so cool and so unique with its variegation. And the greatest thing about the Philodendron Jose Buono is that the variegation is stable. And what happens is that this variegation, this patch, comes out white and sometimes light green, sometimes cream, sometimes yellow, but it hardens back off into this like beautiful green. The splashing stays, but the plant is so fun to grow and it's stunning. Everyone like raving about Jose Buonos, believe them, because I rave about this one too. And I just love this philodendron. And it's really a fast grower, so every time I go in there, sometimes I swear there's a new leaf and I'm like, wow. This is number 1. This is my Philodendron Florida Beauty, and I think it might be my all-time favorite plant just because it is so beautiful. I love variegated plants, and this one especially because it's yellow and green variegation, and the genetics on this is just beautiful. It has both leaves, so it's put out, you know, some beautiful marbled variegation, but there's some really good like sectoral variegation too, like this one right here where it's nice and chunky with a little stripe of marbling down the leg. This plant is so cool. I love this thing. And this is where I cut off all the reverted leaves, so beyond this we're like 3 or 4 green leaves, and here's the growth point right here, so I'm hoping that this one is beautifully variegated. But this has been a really good investment too, because I've actually sold cuttings, I've grown a plant and I've sold that to actually one of my best plant friends. Shout out Amanda if you happen to be watching this. I hope your Philodendron Florida Beauty is doing just fine. Which I'm sure it is, because she posted a picture not too long ago and it was putting out some nice leaves. I was like, ooh, maybe I should have kept that. Just kidding. I love. And here it is. This is what I call my aeroid grow tent. This is the grow tent from Mars Hydro, and it provides such awesome humidity and perfect lighting for me to be able to maintain such beautiful variegated leaves, especially on my Philodendron Florida Beauty. Get yourself a grow tent from Mars Hydro. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me as I showed you my top 10 favorite philodendrons. I just love philodendrons, and after seeing this, I hope you do too. Maybe a little more if you already did. Comment down below what your favorite philodendron is in your collection, or something that you're really pining for. Your top wish list philodendron. Let me know in the comments. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please throw me a bone and give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my plant videos, come plant shopping with me. Hit that subscribe button. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. And I just don't want to miss you too much. So if you could show me some love in the comments, and I'll meet you there. Bye.